What up, y'all? So, it's week five. And we got a new energy drink to try out today. So, my homeboy Garrett has his company, and they got energy drinks. The name of the company, Muscle Multiplier. I don't think that's the name of the company, but it looks like this. It's a natural-based company, so it's no unknown supplements. All the ingredients are natural. It's supposed to give you less carbs. It's supposed to be healthier. It's supposed to be a healthier supplement. So, zero sugar, amino acids. We have a, what you call it too. Hold on. So we have the amino acid one. You pour into your water. You get your EAs, all the this. And then you got the pre-workout joint, which I might be using today. So see how it works. I might record myself today because we are heading back. I guess I'll set up the camera, show y'all some workouts. Sounds about right to me. Let's go do that and get ready for some trades this week. Let's go.
This is the only pair we're going to be talking about today, EuroCAD. I'm not doing anything else. Everything else is still in the making. Next week, we also have opportunities. But first, we are bullish on the daily time frame. And as price was trending bullish, you can obviously see us have a retracement back underneath the recent broken structure. But as we have this retracement, typically price will have that retracement back below before having a continuation back upside, breaking back above first this broken structure, having a retest, and then the continuation. But instead of that happening, we can obviously see how price had the pullback, and as price formed this pullback, getting back underneath this zone. One, we can see the rejection price is formed, and then two, we can see this is a well-respected zone when we are below and when we are above. Zooming out, and if I drag this towards the left, obviously you can see this is the recent breaker structure, which we use as our zones. We have this zone where price used as recent broken structure on the daily time frame. We see resistance, support, resistance, 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 just multiple signs of rejection. And then zooming out and going towards the left again, you can see how price treats this zone as resistance pretty well, right? We tap into, we find rejection, we fall. Tap into, find rejection, fall. Tap into, rejection, fall, right? So what are the possibilities of that happening again? Every single time price has broken through this area, not only did it not stay above this area for long, but as soon as we broke through, price immediately dropped back underneath the zone. I'm assuming due to it being a well-respected resistance level, right? So seeing that already gave me a beautiful confluence to start looking for sales. One, based off of the rejections that were shown on the daily time frame, and then two, going back towards the weekly time frame, we can see how the weekly momentum is basically little to no bullish momentum whatsoever. You can obviously see the weekly wick rejections we're having. Not only are we showing multiple signs of wick rejections, but the last time price was able to break through this zone was back in 2008. You're telling me since 2018 we have not seen price break through this level, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rejections since 2018, since price got back up into the zone, attempted to break through, and found rejection. You're telling me since 2018 till now price has never shown signs of a breakthrough. Cool. So daily's bullish, but we're underneath a strong, well-respected resistance zone. And on top of that, you can see how price is forming a beautiful bearish candle. Not only is this bearish engulfing candle happening on the daily time frame, but since it's happening on the daily time frame, this allows the 4-hour time frame to perform what? The beautiful break of structure. So now we have the daily that is bullish, but like we just talked about, we are underneath a well-respected zone. I'm looking for sales. 2, we have the weekly at a well-respected zone where it cannot break through. Again, showing signs of rejection, treating it as resistance. I'm looking for sales. 3rd, we have the 4-hour now establishing that break of structure, going from bullish to now bearish, showing me signs of sell. And lastly, it's all taking place at a beautiful area of interest due to it being a major rejection zone. All of these things are telling me price is ready to go down, so I'm going to use these things in order to help me take price back down. So obviously we can see the recent break of structure on the 4-hour time frame. Great. Now I want to see the 4-hour form some type of retracement. Where do I want to see this retracement? This is when I drop towards the 1-hour. I want to use my 1-hour zone since my daily is bullish and my 4-hour is bearish. We're out of sync, but I am looking for sales due to the rejections we're seeing, right? So since my daily is out of sync with the 4 hour, I simply want to look for the next time frame in sync. In this case is my 1 hour. Keep in mind, I only use the daily 4 hour and 1 hour to look for synchronization when it comes to the market, right? If my daily and the 4 hour are in sync, I use my 4 hour breaker structure as my zone to trade. If my 4 hour and 1 hour are in sync, I use my 1 hour breaker structure to trade. So in this case, my daily is not in sync with the 4 hour, but my 4 hour is in sync with my 1 hour. Therefore, we use the 1 hour break of structure. 4 hour just established the break of structure. We are now waiting for the 4 hour to form the retracement. But as the 4 hour forms that retracement, what do we want to see it tap back into? Well, being that on the 1 hour time frame, we were trending bullish, my objective now, since we are looking for sales, is look for where price switched from bullish to bearish and find the recent break of structure. As price was trending bullish, you can obviously see that. We then had the break of structure occur right here, first breaking past this recent higher low point, and then we had the continuation break of structure happen again around here, breaking past again our recent lower low, continuing this downwards trend. So now come later tonight, I would love to see, let's zoom out. Keep in mind, when I'm drawing out my boxes, I'll always grab my box tool and I start at the base of whatever candle I'm trading. I do not care if price has formed, I'm trying to show you an example, has formed this huge wick right here. I'm not starting at the wick. I move towards the body of the candle. So as I'm drawing this out, I then want to start at the body. Again, we're starting around here. You stretch it out towards the left, and I'm going to stretch this out towards the right, and I'm going to use my 4 hour zone so it's just cleaner so we can see what's going on. So using this zone on the 1 hour is a good idea. Why? Because we can see the amount of rejections price is showing. Price is struggling to break through this minor area of interest on the 1 hour time frame, treating it as both resistance and support. So one, I'm seeing multiple signs of both resistance and support, and price is respecting this zone. That's good enough for me, right? I'm going to use this to look for a trade. So come later tonight, we simply want to wait until the 5-minute time frame taps back into our 1 hour zone, allowing us to see that the 4 hour and the 1 hour have now performed that retracement. And after that retracement happens, we wait until our time session and we simply wait for the next breaker structure heading back towards the downside, signaling that price is now continuing this downtrend sell-off and we are ready to look for a trade. So this is a counter trend trade. I am looking for opportunities come later tonight, and this does look mighty good. So one, let's see what happens come later tonight, and then two, like always, updates will be posted. I'm gonna catch y'all with updates later. All right, so right here, I recorded myself entering my position. That first position you saw me open and close was our first original position, which was a horrible entry. I didn't have the patience, ended up losing around $300. But the second position, which you all can see, is the position where we got in and we just allowed price to play out fully. This was the original target, well, the original entry level I wanted to get in, and we finally tapped back into, which triggered my position, stops above, targets below, like you all can see. And now we're just allowing this trade to run. All right, so we just took our trade like y'all saw. I was supposed to update y'all this morning, but I was tired. I've been recording the entire thing. The only downside, so let's talk. The downside is that when we did take this trade, I'm about to go get the trash. When we took this trade, I was antsy and I was getting in a little too early. You're gonna see when I originally got in, it was two positions I clicked. The first two positions I didn't mean to click whatsoever. That's why it's like $2, $6. But the $300 loss was, in a sense, calculated but not calculated. I'm gonna walk backwards so you got better light. $300 loss came by me being impatient. Obviously, you're gonna see I got in on a 5-minute engulfing, but I did not wait for a price just to pull back towards my entry level, right? I should have. So we ended up losing 300, and my goal was to risk around 0.5%, so only around 250. And since we lost 300, I lost more than the 250. And I said, okay, well, since I'm already above my 0.5% risk, I might as well just risk the full 1%, which is why we put $166 on this trade. So I believe this trade is going to play out. I have to go towards a doctor's appointment. Nisha has to get an MRI, so we got to go to an MRI and get that done. So I guess I'm gonna just allow the trade to play out, and I'm gonna update y'all throughout the day, allowing y'all to see what happens and how the trade plays out. So like always, updates will be coming. We're not looking at a big game. just for covering our losses from today and probably our previous trade, but really just looking to recover our losses today to put us back at our original down. Hey y'all, so I'll be back. Obviously the trade's still playing out. I have an appointment for my fiance. She has to get her MRI today, so we're gonna go do that. The trade is still gonna play out. I'm gonna record from my phone. If anything happens, I'll make sure I record, give y'all some notifications. But other than that, the trade is playing out. If nothing happens until I get back, you will see that. If something happens when I'm out, you will see that. So I'm gonna catch y'all here in a minute, so stay tuned. All right, we just made it to the hospital. Just made it to the hospital. Nisha signing in. The trade is doing good. She's going through questions. So right now the trade's going well. We're breaking past the 4-hour structure zone. What I'm looking for is the break, the retest, and the continuation of the trade. So I think we are floating around $200 to $300. Overall, the trade should play out. And if it does, we should bring back at least 468, almost 500. But I'm looking to hold because it has the potential to fall like hard. So if it falls hard, we can squeeze out a little bit more profit. Let's see what happens. Like I said, updates. I will record and bring you along. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, we're leaving. Nisha got stuck with a needle. But trade's still going well. We're still waiting, holding the trade. Right now, we're about to go to Five Below because I need a new phone case. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all. Look at this.
Swing low.
Stuff is done for. So we're about to go see if I can find a phone case and probably go get Nisha some food because she keeps saying, am I hungry yet? So she's pretty hungry. So I'll update y'all when we get some. Y'all, out with the old and in with the new.
You're so funny.
I'm back and it just happened. New case is installed, man. Check me. Oh. Can't touch this. Nah, but we're about to go probably now and go get some food. Well, actually, Nisha put me onto this. It's called Charleston Chew. Never had it before. When did you say it again? Explain it for the people. Who had it? Charleston Chew.
My grandma. May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. Her grandma used to eat Charleston Chew. We're gonna try Charleston Chew right now. Amen. Right before you eat, give thanks to our Lord because he's the one who just blessed us to be able to get this. Hold on. All right, here we go.
The way you try stuff stresses me out.
What's the white stuff?
I'm not the maker of the candy. I just eat it.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go in for a second bite. You want the rest? Well, that was that. What up, y'all? I'm back. We just got back to the house. The trade is still playing out. As you all can see, we are now moving, forming this 1-hour rejection towards this recent break of structure. So if we just drag this down like so, you can see the break of structure of the 1 hour has performed. If I zoom out and look towards the left, this again being a well-respected zone, we have support all throughout here. We have support all throughout here, and then we have resistance when price does break below, right? We have this minor tap into and then continuation. Right now, we do look like we're having the retest and now that continuation. Like I said, we're just going to continue to hold and see what happens. After I eat and watch my show, I still have to edit, but depending on, I'm gonna start editing, and then whatever happens as I'm editing, I'll cut y'all back on and show y'all how the trade's doing. So I'm about to do that, and I'll update y'all here soon. All right, so I end up closing my trade here. You can obviously see it's not even bringing me back 1 to 2, so you know the trade is not fully done playing out. But I closed due to this being a counter trend trade. We are reaching a zone of support, and you can obviously see this zone of support where price has been rejecting. I see the rejection. I decided to close, but we closed with profit. Yes, I did take trades this morning. Don't worry about these two because that was an accident. I had a moment where fear, I had a moment where greed and all these extra things played a part, but we corrected it. It could have been worse, but it wasn't worse. We made back somewhat of that loss. We still are down, but it's basically a break even because you're only down $90. Break even day, amazing trading day. Documented the entire thing, recorded the entire thing before, during, and after, documented it to you all as well, so you basically saw it. That was a good week in my eyes, and in anybody else's eyes. If you don't think it was a good week, I don't care. All right, so this is what the account is looking like. You can see the current balance being 48,860.47, account size 50, and it tells us we are down, Where is it? Like 2%, almost 2 something, but it's 2%. So you can obviously see we're down $1,139. Well, $1,139.53. But you can obviously see out of all the trades we have taken, we only taken 1, 2, 3, and I'm missing one more trade. I don't count these these 2 trades. They were an accident, so I don't really count them. But besides that, we took a total of 5 trades. Well, 4 trades. 2 of those trades we had basically break even. 2 of those other trades we took an L on. So right now we are down 2%, but like I tell you guys all the time, we can make that back in one single trade. Stay tuned for next week. This was the end, but it was a good trading week. Amazing play we called out on EuroCAD. You can see that here. We're still trying to see if price plays out all the way. We closed around here being an area of support, which you can see right here, an area of rejection where price treats it very, very well. And if price does reach our overall targets, I did draw this out just to see if price touches it, but we ended up closing here for an amazing 1.54% return. Nothing crazy. I don't like that because I like to get a minimum of a 1 to 2, but it is what it is. Besides that, great trade at the end of the week. Right now, we are in the midst of recording week 5, so y'all stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.